Cities across northern Taiwan deal with slowed down internet as part of drills testing wartime readiness. Hackers with links to China reportedly used AI tools to target Taiwan government systems. Former Chinese Premier Zhu Rongji, a key figure in China's economic reforms, has died at 97. Plus,
他们认为所有人都被诈骗了，所以我们其实很生气。
Uber Eats comes under fire here in Taiwan over claims that it underpaid delivery drivers.
Good evening and welcome to TaiwanPlus News. I'm Eric Gao. As part of this year's Han Kuang Exercise, cities around Taiwan are holding urban resilience drills. On Thursday, northern Taiwan, including here in Taipei, held its own simulation. This year's edition had a new twist, a mobile internet slowdown. Our reporter Larry Isiano was there on the ground and has the latest.
Cities across Taiwan are holding civilian air raid drills as part of the Han Kuang Exercise 2026. It was northern Taiwan's turn on Thursday, after central, southern, and eastern communities held their own exercises earlier in the week.
在2点半到3点之间，可能你的行动通讯会受到影响，出入会有一些不便，但是敬请大家能够谅解，也敬请大家能够支持，因为这个是一个必要的演习。当我们多一分演习，我们就多一分韧性。当韧性多一分的时候，事情发生，社会就可以多一分安定。
Thursday's drills saw sidewalks emptied, businesses unable to serve customers, and traffic come to a halt. In some places, people on the street were guided into air shelters. Those who didn't comply risked fines of up to $4,600. We're here in Ximending, usually one of Taipei's most bustling tourist areas. But today the streets are eerily quiet. Stores have rolled down their shutters, pedestrians have evacuated the streets, and police have pulled drivers over. All of this to simulate how the city could respond to a real attack. Now, usually in years past, people could sit inside and scroll on social media to pass the time. But this year's drill includes a new addition, a mobile network slowdown, a more realistic but disruptive addition that really drives home the threats that Taiwan faces. China, which claims Taiwan as part of its territory, would likely target Taiwan's communication infrastructure in an attempt to take the country by force. That's why Taiwan's government throttled local high-speed and mobile networks for the first time as part of the drills, giving civilians a taste of what could happen in an actual attack. We asked passers-by what they thought about the drill after it wrapped up.
这应该算是国防的一部分吧，我觉得还是要练习啦，不然有一天怕大家会反应不过来。可是我的2个小孩，因为我们从法国来的，他们第一次看，觉得哇哦，就是很不一样。我的儿子是觉得有点恐怖。
I just arrived in the country and then the police were like, "Yo, get inside, get inside, get inside." I was like, "Why?" And then they're like, "It's missiles." I was like, "Am I gonna die?" And they're like, "No, you're cool." And then they said a drill on the thing, so I was like, "Oh, it's so cool." I was in the Taipei main station, just like with a bunch of people. But it was cute. They were playing like jazz music and stuff, so it wasn't that bad.
We also asked businesses what they thought of the drills given the potential impact on their earning.
因为一定要配合国家演习，没有差。哎，没有差。对，我们都支持。对。为什么会支持？因为这是为大家安全啊。前几天就知道这个讯息了，所以我们今天都有准备好了。
我觉得很好啊，台湾就是很需要这样子的演习，毕竟我们就身处在一个有点危险的环境里面，影响其实还好，因为也才30分钟，是需要的。对。
The Han Kuang exercises are now in their 9th day and conclude Friday. And while troops practice operations across the country, exercises like Thursdays in the north are meant to prepare everyday people, all in an effort to increase society-wide resilience. Devin Tsai and Larry Siano for TaiwanPlus.
And overnight in northern Taiwan, military police units practiced reacting to enemy forces using key bridges to break into the heart of the capital. Our reporter Alan Liu was there.
With defensive obstacles in place, military police quickly gather near a bridge linking Taiwan's capital Taipei with its most populous city, New Taipei, as enemy forces advance. The mission is to stop invading troops that have reached the outskirts of the greater Taipei area from crossing the 700-meter Guangfu Bridge into downtown Taipei. The drill is part of the annual Han Kuang military exercise, the latest in a series of drills testing the military's ability to defend the capital against a Chinese invasion. Military police units responsible for guarding Taipei are mobilized, with drones sent out to track enemy movements before troops move out. Barbed wire obstacles are set up, with simulated mines hidden around them. Troops also rehearse using buses to evacuate retreating forces, while other units attack pursuing enemy forces from the flanks.
透过这种方式，透过这一层一道又一道的主角地带，国军可以逐渐的，一方面消耗迟滞进攻的共军，然后又可以逐渐的把共军引到国军预先规划的环形口袋杀伤阵地。
And then the heavy firepower moves in. Military police clouded leopard armored vehicles are now moving through the streets of Taipei, forming the last line of defense against enemy forces advancing into the capital. The armored vehicles unleash heavy machine gun fire on the enemy troops. While the drill rehearsed a key wartime scenario, experts say it appeared rushed, likely because of the need to minimize disruption to the public's daily lives.
它不可能太早封桥。 当然就没有办法按照现有防卫作战计划面，从桥梁开始实际设计多层主角地带。那再加上毕竟是陈皮时期，它所能动员的兵力跟物资也受到一定的限制。
Military police are playing an increasingly crucial role in the annual Han Kuang Exercise, as Taiwan works to better protect its capital and key infrastructure in the events of a conflict. Hang Shi, Grace Chen, and Nana Lu for TaiwanPlus.
The U.S. has called on countries to stop amplifying Beijing's destabilizing narratives. That's after Chinese and Indonesian joint naval exercises in waters east of Taiwan earlier this week. Taiwanese officials have condemned those exercises as an attempt by Beijing to assert jurisdiction over those waters. Indonesia said that the exercises were routine when passing through, quote, another country's maritime area. The U.S. urged China to stop its military pressure on Taiwan, and it called on other countries to encourage the peaceful resolution of cross-strait issues. The Pentagon's top policy advisor is urging Asian nations to foster peace through strength.
Nobody wants a big war, but you understand that you have to be strong to ensure that you can prevent that outcome.
Elbridge Colby was responding to a question about Taiwan's defense preparedness during an online briefing while on a tour of Southeast Asia. Colby has been a vocal supporter of maintaining the cross-strait status quo using deterrence. In his confirmation hearing in 2025, Colby said that he would want Taiwan to boost defense spending to 10% of GDP. Celebrations in Taipei have marked 45 years of diplomatic ties between Taiwan and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Reese Ayers went there to see how that relationship continues to evolve.
45 years of friendship, celebrated with a distinctly Caribbean soundtrack. Prime Minister Godwin Friday of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is in Taipei on his first overseas trip since taking office last year. Beneath the music and fun, a message from Friday that he's ready to take the relationship with Taiwan to the next level.
Our relationship has evolved to more than just friendship. It is a partnership.
Friday has made clear that investment is a major priority, highlighting agriculture, tourism, the blue economy and creative industries as areas with potential for greater cooperation. Fresh from a roundtable with Taiwanese investors, the Vincentian delegation says it hopes to build on that first step in the coming months.
I think it was a pretty successful first step. Later on this year, we're going to hope to have a more expansive investment forum to explain to potential investors the opportunities that are available in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
For Taipei, relationships like this carry more significance than just trade. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is one of just 12 countries that still maintains official diplomatic relations with Taiwan.
And that commitment, Prime Minister Friday says, goes both ways.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines has faithfully advanced Taiwan's interests in the international community.
These diplomatic allies advocate for Taiwan's participation in international bodies, including the World Health Organization, where Beijing opposes Taiwan's inclusion. Taiwan has lost 10 diplomatic allies to Beijing over the past decade, but St. Vincent and the Grenadines has stayed, opening an embassy in Taipei in 2019 and now marking 45 years of uninterrupted ties.
也共享民主、自由、人权及法治等普世价值。虽然相隔遥远的地理距离，但从未阻碍我们彼此真诚的友谊。
From Prime Minister Friday, the message is clear. He's ready to turn a diplomatic friendship into something deeper, with more trade, investment and cooperation between two countries a world apart. Joseph Wu and Rises for TaiwanPlus.
And coming up after the break, a total solar eclipse draws crowds across Europe for a spectacle that's not been seen there since 1999.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, download the TaiwanPlus app or follow us on social media. And by the way, this over here is drone soccer.
There's so many things that I wish the world could see.
It is amazing to watch this captain maneuver this giant ship.
It takes 3 days to cook this. The flavor is unbelievable, incredible.
And it's my turn to make something inspired by Chef Gore. It's going to be quite a challenge.
Can you imagine that?
It's surreal. Yes, so real. I can't give up. I got some ass kicking to do.
Nice move. We're pushing each other to explore and experiment in new, different ways.
5, 4, 3, 2.
A warm welcome to TaiwanPlus News.
Exploring the issues that matter to you.
Not just to Taiwan, the whole world is watching.
很多时候是我们眼睛看不到的地方。
We might encounter mishaps and mistakes along the way. But at the end of the day,
it just transmits something straight from the heart. Yes.
Cheers.
Bon appetit. It is about the fun and it's about the glamour and it's also about something much deeper than that.
Sometimes you just gotta seize the opportunity. You just gotta do it.
Have a place where you're appreciated for you exactly as you are and where you can shine and be seen.
Is there a place you've been searching for?
We bring you stories, not just to Taiwan.
Exploring the issues that matter to you.
This is a journey that will move you. Our stories are all connected. TaiwanPlus.
Welcome back. You're watching TaiwanPlus News. Hackers linked to China reportedly used publicly available AI tools to target Taiwan government systems. According to the Financial Times, in July, the group used open-source AI agents to build an autonomous hacking tool that researchers say broke into at least 85 government accounts and stole more than 2,500 personnel records. The news comes as there's growing unease among AI industry leaders over new models that launch unexpected cyber attacks while they're being tested. The digital ministry here says it detected the attacks in July and has concluded its investigation into their origins. For more on what makes this hacking campaign different, our reporter Lily Lamatina spoke to Crystal Tu from the Institute for National Defense and Security Research.
Now, can you start by telling us what makes this attack different from previous AI-assisted cyber attacks?
So some of the key differentiators is speed and parallelism, not the novelty of a technique. So based on the report, we'll see is a full command that from the recon to foothold compressed into 4 days. And the attacker using up to 8 sub-agents running concurrently. So we have 14 attack chain in parallels. Also that the speed does not really count the cause accuracy, that it could have a kind of building self QA to correct the kind of actions. So it is not the industrialization of attack build on the well-understood attack patterns and execute at the tempo that usually no human team can match. And that's why we say that it is a kind of new AI-assisted cyber attack we observe in the wild.
How are AI agents changing the way that attacks are carried out? And what challenges does that create for defenders?
I think the issues that is most of the agent AI can build on the experience that is for non-attack faster, and what is means that it seems to have the self-correction or learning process, self-correction or generating process during the discovery phases that normally in the human attackers might take weeks to just figure it out what is happening. But AI runs the same process by single human in parallel, so it speeds up the kind of the discovery or consent phase here.
What should Taiwan be doing differently to defend against this new generation of AI-driven attacks?
It's beyond buying a tool to solve the problems, but has a kind of policy in place to define the security policy, define the attack playbooks that could be implemented in the automatic defensive response. So that the last part is the real challenge and the gaps we had known for years to implement it, the so-called security orchestration, coordination, and response.
That was Crystal Tu from INDSR. Former Chinese Premier Zhu Rongji has died in Beijing at the age of 97. Known as a reformist leader under Jiang Zemin at the turn of the century, his tough rhetoric on Taiwan also played a part in the presidential election here in 2000. Ai Chi reports.
Chinese state media has announced the death of the former Premier Zhu Rongji, who has died at the age of 97.
国务院原总理朱镕基同志因病医治无效，于2026年8月12日11时06分在北京逝世。
Zhu served as premier from 1998 to 2003 under President Jiang Zemin. He was a leading driver of China's transition to a market economy and a key figure in China's reform and opening up, which began in the late 1970s. He'd also pushed hard for China's accession to the World Trade Organization. In cross-strait politics, Zhu is remembered for remarks ahead of Taiwan's presidential election in 2000. At the time, Kuomintang candidates warned the Democratic Progressive Party challenger Chen Shui-bian could declare independence if he won. Zhu issued this warning.
不管谁上台，绝对不能搞台湾独立。台湾人民面临着紧急的历史时刻，何去何从？切莫一时冲动啊！ 以免后悔莫及。
Chen Shui-bian went on to win the presidency in the first peaceful transfer of power between political parties in Taiwan's history.
This kind of threatening language had actually helped, Chen Shui-bian's victory in the presidential election in year 2000.
Alexander Huang of the Council on Strategic and Wargaming Studies sees Zhu as among the last of the Communist Party leadership who came of age before the founding of the People's Republic of China.
His passed away symbolizes the last generation Chinese Communist leaders who had college education under the Republic of China when ROC was in mainland China. And with his departure, and all future leaders younger than him probably does not have a linkage to the Republic of China now in Taiwan.
After the death of Jiang Zemin in 2022 and now, with Zhu's passing, a generation of Communist Party leaders with ties to the Republic of China era is slowly fading from the scene. Yuan Duan, NIT for TaiwanPlus.
The platform Uber Eats is being sued by its delivery drivers here in Taiwan, who say the company has not been paying them fairly. Irene Lin has this report.
A few weeks after a special law protecting fair pay for delivery drivers took effect in Taiwan, one of the largest food delivery platforms, Uber Eats, is now suspected of defrauding its riders here. A group of drivers is suing the platform for failing to pay them in line with the new law.
因为平台一直告诉我们，他会用专法的方式补给我们，可是真正到了8月6号的约定发薪日的时候，他却没有用专法的方式把应该给大家的钱补进来，反而自创了一套说法，说他觉得这样子是符合专法的。那我们认为所有人都被诈骗了，所以我们其实很生气。
And the numbers don't lie. Let's say a driver accepts 2 separate orders from the same restaurant in one trip. By the Uber Eats calculation, delivery time is split between the 2 orders from when they were accepted to when they're delivered. Only the extra 7 minutes after the first drop-off is counted in full. The correct calculation by law sees each order individually, so both the first and second orders count as 25 minutes each, plus the extra time traveling to its drop-off location, adding up to nearly double what Uber Eats would pay them. Drivers say the company has refused to communicate directly with them since announcing the case.
他们完全不联络，而且我们既有的工会联系管道，他们现在是拒接我们的电话，那所以现在就一切静待司法。
In its latest statement on Wednesday, Uber Eats says it will adjust its payment system and back pay delivery drivers by the end of August. Taiwan's Labor Ministry says it's closely monitoring the situation and supports the drivers in this case.
它确实没有依外送专法将每笔订单的外送服务时间如实记录。如果平台业者届时是以这样子的计算方式给付外送员报酬，确实就违反了外送专法第3条、第13款及第5条的规定。本部会持续来关注及追踪该公司后续的法遵做法。
It's customers who will be bearing the cost of the new payment system. Starting this Friday, there will be an added service fee per order of up to $6 Taiwanese or 19 US cents. TaiwanPlus has reached out to Uber Eats for comment but has not heard back. For now, some delivery drivers say they're taking a break from the platform until they're paid what's rightly theirs. Howard Zhang in Naringlan for TaiwanPlus.
A total eclipse has brought people across Europe and beyond outdoors for an awe-inspiring show in the sky. John Van Trieste reports.
A cheer erupts as the moon obscures the last traces of sunlight. It's a total eclipse, and the tiny Spanish village of Arcos de las Salinas is one of the best viewing spots. But much of Europe has a pretty good view, and people across the continent stepped outdoors for a look at a display not seen in this part of the world since 1999. The Eiffel Tower becomes a stark silhouette in the fading light. For visitors to Paris, it's a magical time to take in a magical sight. And at least one birthday boy, 10-year-old Arthur, is here to make a lifelong memory.
When we found out there was going to be an eclipse on August 12, well, I tried to time our trip to coincide with the eclipse, and most importantly, to take him up the Eiffel Tower so he could watch it from almost the best spot in all of France. Because it's just so special, you know? It's only going to happen once.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. Plus, we've been waiting to go to Paris since last year.
Parisians are out in droves too, and volunteers are making sure the eclipse viewing is safe for everyone.
The thing is, we are distributing a maximum of those glasses as possible to avoid any damages on the eyes. Even though the sun will be pretty low, it's still dangerous to look at the sun directly during the eclipse.
Darkness descends over the Thames as the moon starts to block out the sun. Here in London, the eclipse isn't quite total, but that doesn't dampen the mood for those who've come out to watch.
It was really good, yeah. I mean, getting to watch it on Westminster Bridge, looking at, Big Ben in the background, and yeah, got to, see it get darker and darker, and then see, what was it, 91%? It's not bad.
People aren't just watching the show from the ground. Back in Spain, these passengers have bought tickets for a very special flight, Madrid to Madrid, to see the eclipse from the air.
What we saw was unique, especially from here. From a plane from this height, with these people in silence. It's not like seeing in the street with glasses. It's different.
Even outside of Europe, people gathered outside to see what they could of this rare event. In Tunisia, in northern Africa, the Mediterranean coast was packed to see a roughly 60% eclipse. Despite fog and rain, Greenlanders were able to catch some of the action too. For those who missed this year's eclipse, it's not all doom and gloom. Skies over Europe will darken again on August 2nd next year in another total eclipse, a rare second chance to marvel at a great spectacle in the sky. Leon Lien and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
And thank you for watching TaiwanPlus News. Follow us on social media to get our updates in your feed. Finally, we leave with more images of the total eclipse seen across Europe. I'm Eric Gao. Take care. Have a great evening.